Okay, please, Muhammad Atil, you may start.
Okay. We are team 2 and team 3. We want to debate. The topic is about this household pay additional benefits to families on welfare according to their child performance in school. So here we go. So for the first, let's start the explosion with facts. Students with parents involved in their schools tend to have very broad information, few behavioral problems, and improved academic performance. Schooling is perhaps the most useful supplementary lesson and result in long-lasting academic gains. Now let's look at the commit teacher who involves parents in schoolwork. The teacher provides a commit program for parents to be more involved in activities at school. This program introduces parents to the school environment and pays more attention to their children through the teacher as an information at school. Interactive experiments are designed so that students and students to someone at home about something interesting and interesting that side of students that they learn in class. Parents then give enthusiasm, passion, full encouragement to their child performance. The purpose of establishing a school is to create a school community organization that has commitment and loyalty and cares about improving the quality of school. The school commit that is formed can be developed specially and is rooted in culture, demographics, ecology, agreed values, and beliefs that are built according to the potential of the local community. Therefore, the school commit that is built must be collective development of the philosophical will of the community. This is the school commit developed concept are oriented the user-client model, various power sharing and advocacy model, and partnership model that are focused on improving the quality of education service. So what does this have to do with paying extra benefits to families for welfare when their children are doing well in school? Well, will encourage almost every parent to pay more attention to what children do at school. Facts prove that children whose parents are involved with schoolwork and homework achieve better than what they would have done without any help. Thus, rewarding families when their children are doing higher will persuade them to encourage, help, and supervise their children's school life. This means not only improved outcomes all around, but also a better future for our children.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Team 4, Ari Arfian is going to be the first speaker. Okay, Team 4, your turn. Yeah, you may start.
Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. At the outset, it must be noted the proposition has made a grievous error in the fundamental interpretation of the motion, which specifically mention additional benefits to parents on the basis of their child's performance and not vague issue of parental involvement in school life. Hence, the entire argument for the motion flawed and irrelevant. Firstly, the very concept of a school is to develop the future generation of society by inculcating traits, providing knowledge, recognizing skills, and etc. This means that it is the duty of the school to bring out the best in every child by treating them equally and make their performance commendable. Hence, creating a bias for pupils on the basis of their performance defeats the very purpose of schooling and the education system. All the pupils of all the school must be given the same amount of attention, and rather than looking at their performance to determine their schooling should determine their performance. Secondly, additional benefits can psychologically and socially hamper children's growth. A child who is not able to perform well enough to receive additional benefits might find himself put on a different level than his peers, leading to depression and ruined performance. Also, a competitive environment is created, which leads to social gaps, animosity, etc. between companions at a very fundamental stage of life, which is extremely unhealthy. Also, parents show desire to their additional benefits and pressurize their children to work harder and perform well enough. This is obviously detrimental to the child's psychology and development. Children shall be trained to have a mindset centered around gaining additional benefits rather than bettering their skill for the long term. A wrongly adopted perspective brings down the productivity of the one concerned, which is yet another social liability. Thirdly, the performance of children are often determined by their parents' abilities and research to nurture their child. Hence, should the child perform well because their parents have the means to allow the same, they are in no need of additional benefits should the child's parents have financial ability to provide extra lesson to the child or are themselves well educated and can prepare or educate the child personally. There is no need for such additional benefits to the parents. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ari. Zara, you may respond to Ari argument.
Yeah, students study so hard for their examination and a lot of tests. Giving them money is good for the student. So the government should pay additional benefit for their families like money, discount, service, and etc. Same as the committee in school that helping parents know about their student activity and helping them to get additional benefit in school. Government pay additional benefit to make them as a useful people for the country. Some people work hard when they were small because they have to raise their poor family. When they get well-paid job, they will improve their abilities in university. Usually, the bosses sees them from their degree, skills, and university. However, their parents doesn't have enough money, and how were they supposed to learn their new skills? Also, the clever people were disturbed by the financial problem. When the government give the clever one money, the other clever and also rich has the better financial, then they will go to the better college and have a better job. Maybe the rich one will be a scientist or a doctor. Therefore, the government should pay additional benefit to the less fortune in order to ease their financial problem. The government pays additional benefit to good result children's family can make other students work harder and harder. Then the amount of elite in the country increase. When elite increase, they will help the country make a large amount of money. When finance increase, the country will level up and being a strong country and throw component to other countries. Those who rewarding families when their children are doing higher will help and supervise their children's school life. This is for a better future for our children. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aulia. Nurrahmah.
So moving on the other side of the table, additional benefits of poor performance are equally risky and unreasonable for a variety of reasons. First, if a child and their parents receive subsidies for their poor academic performance, the perception of incompetence will cause social insecurity due to the that others are better or my child not good enough, etc. Second, if poor academic performance is attributed to a lack of parental involvement or a child's indiscipline, there's no point in providing those benefits. In addition, it should be noted that because there are many cases in almost every school in the world with poor performance, the additional benefits are logistically impractical. Finally, the concept of additional benefit is found in higher educational systems, universities, and colleges in the form of scholarships. Here, students are in state of maturity and ability as they have gone through their schooling before encountering the same thing. However, having additional benefits granted to parents based on their children's academic performance is fraught with irrationality and senselessness. So for the conclusion, this house will not pay additional benefits to families on welfare according to their child's performance in school because not all children can fulfill the requirement of benefits. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So for closing, team 3 is going to present. Team 3 is going to close on behalf of team 3. Abdul or Aulia,
Team 3.
you may close your argument. You can conclude.
Okay, the conclusion for Team 3. The conclusion is that the commit and government projects really helps parents and teachers to meet the concern of parents to always pay attention to their children at school. This program also helps to develop children's talents where the child's interest will always be supported by 2 ways. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Team 4 is going to close.
Okay, this is the conclusion for the negative teams. This is good actually for the school to give extra benefit for the child, but this one is something like, this is not good enough because every child in the school will compete, will race, will do their best, but this will give school environment a big gap for the best child and another child, and this is not good enough for a child because the concept of school is to develop the future generation. If it means is the child in the school and to calculating traits and providing knowledge, not to race, not to compete, and not to be the best one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for all. I will close and then I have recorded and then I will send the link to you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.